Now it's going to cut me off or not talking, and then it gives this weird roaring noise at the beginning. So happy St. Patrick's Day. Please wear green today. Yeah. And whatever else you do for St. Patrick's Day, I would like to remind you that the original intent of St. Patrick's Day is a day of prayer for missionaries. Regardless of how you feel about missionaries, because I have some baggage around missionaries. But because St. Patrick was a missionary. St. Patrick was not Irish. St. Patrick was English. But because he had been in slavery in Ireland and worked as a shepherd, he was familiar with the Irish people and the Irish culture. And so when they needed somebody to go over and convert the Irish to Catholicism, they sent him and he was very, very successful. So, that's why St. Patrick's Day is, yes, it's a celebration of our Celtic heritage and our Irish heritage. But I will remind you, St. Patrick, he was English. So, yeah. Okay. So I noticed something yesterday when I was working on, getting the chapters uploaded, to YouTube. So we're almost finished with the Voice Celestial poem, but there's a second book. So the second half of the book is literally the second book. That's what it's called. Second book. And it says the Altar of the Ages. So, which it continues in a poetry style, but it may not be such a conversation as we have had. And maybe this is where we're going to hear the voices of the aged masters. Which I was wondering when we were going to get to. Okay, there's a whole nother book in the Voice Celestial. So, you can tell I didn't do my homework. So, let me do the housekeeping really quick. And then we'll finish because we're on chapter 10. We're on love and friendship. All right. So we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. 1 email a week. Hot links are hot. Nobody will get your email. Okay. So just email that and say, hey, I want to be on the constant contact. And then, the website, or not the website, the social medias. We don't monetize the social medias because we don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do is go like, subscribe, follow, share, comment based on which platform it is, because it bumps us in the algorithm. So we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark, and I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I'm on. So, and I occasionally want to remind you on the Creative Life on the Creative Life YouTube, the full chapters are on there. Which means you only get the opening commentary and the closing commentary. You don't get any of the commentary in between, the daily stuff. The daily readings from here are archived on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel, as well as full chapters. So, I was like, I might as well go ahead and put the full chapters up on mine as well. So there's one playlist of the full chapters and then the various playlists for the individual so then you get to see all the weird things that I talk about before and after. All right. So that is what I like to call the housekeeping. And now we are going to start into chapter. It looks like we're going to be in this one for about 3 days. Because I try and do about 5 pages. So love and friendship, chapter 10, love and friendship. And we are going to start with the scribe. He heard a bell, a quick, impatient bell that sounded an alarm within his brain, and bid the Pharaoh breathe once more, so that he woke, and breathing wept that he must leave the world of light and take his way through utter darkness back to earth again. A voice, quite strange, pursued him out of sleep or death, and speaking still, it said, "You have at last come close to the eternal real. It is not knowledge of the one, nor truth, nor is it beauty, nay, nor holiness, but love. When love is in truth is understood." The Pharaoh cried aloud, "All this I knew." The presence. but knowing did not know, for each must make the journey to the center all alone. Another's torch will not dispel the dark, nor can the traveler returned describe the solitude, the vastness, and the light of the mysterious realm wherein the soul is fused with the all, yet individual. And all the contradictions of his selves have found a synthesis, as though from each an essence of some good were merged with all. The Farer. How true your words, O presence, for I did, by some strange miracle of consciousness, withdraw myself until I stood away and saw the whole of me, my present and my past, my body and my mind, my thoughts and their pursuit in endless circling. The presence. Until you soared above the transient world, and from the mystic plane beheld the universe compressed, embraced within a single moment of earth's time. The Farer. I had no thought, nor consciousness of time, nor was concerned, but only that I felt no longer incomplete, nor self-divided, nor farer in a foreign land. I was at home. I was untutored, unprepared, like Mithra's acolyte of ancient time. A kid, I fell into the milk, and I awoke reluctantly, as though my soul were loath to habitate my flesh again. This is most strange to me. I know not where I went, nor how, nor why returned, nor whom it was who spoke to me of love. The presence. It is by such device man overcomes his mortal sense, and so the sage or saint, the prophet, and the illumined ones unfold the hidden God, for in the deeper self the lesser God and the greater God are one. The Farer. Your wisdom is as dark to me as is my ignorance. Forgive and make more clear. The Presence. There are times when logic seems to choke the mysteries that we invoke, yet darkest clouds at time unfold and pour out showers of dripping gold. And from the labyrinths of mind, the hidden mysteries unwind. Man treads the mystic path alone, but if the what and how is shown, he can develop wisdom till he comes and goes as he shall will. The Fair. O precious friend, O angel of my soul, who looks into the face of God unveiled, it is enough for me that I reflect thy glorious countenance. It is enough. The Presence. Be not content until thou shalt thyself stand glorified and consciously aware of being. Neither self nor selfless, but a whole wherein there are no parts and no division, where different ages meet and coexist, and there is neither far nor near, nor height nor depth. The Farer. Stay thy words, for I long since have lost myself in wonderment. The Presence. I but repeat what I have said to you again and yet again. The world is found, not lost, by visions such as yours. You leave the dual world and find identity with highest consciousness, the infinite in you, for thou art that. But only he can know that one who knows him in himself. This is the great awakening. The Farer. How sad a lot of him who lies asleep, nor knows he is asleep, nor dreams, or if he dreams, does not awake. Or if he wakes, he fails to know the meaning of the dream. What then? How could the soul be liberated? Who can build the bridge or span the gorge that lies between the finite and the infinite? Must there be one who meditates? Logos, perhaps. Or is some other way designed? The Presence. Most aptly do you speak, but there is still a better way, a way quite native to the soul. This is the way of love. The Fair. The way of love is little understood, I think. And few there be who can define the word, much less find love, or give it unto man. What then is love? I know not what is meant. The Presence. Love has 1,000 names, 1,000 ways, but in all forms resolves itself to this. Love is the union of two kindred things, each with each, and all with each, and all with all. When you shall see yourself in every one you meet, and feel this union, and care for him because he has a need which you can fill, you have become a lover of the me, a self devoted to the higher self. The Fairer. You give new understanding, better hope, that I may find a human love. Hang on. Rewind. You give a new understanding, better hope, that I may find in human love the love of loves, that he who shares his love will find it grows by giving and thus expands himself. The Presence. Whose heart is fixed upon the good, because it is the good, shall fill his soul with the good. And he who revels in the beautiful, because he sees in it the beautiful, shall grow a soul as beautiful as well. So he who loves all things that live and breathe shall know the love of loves within the me. Where love is felt, there is unity known, and all the woes that damn mankind have flown, while he who serves but one has served the whole. God loves them all and knows them soul by soul. Man's love is instrument of something higher, a cosmic love to which he is the lyre. And vain those men who in the name of faith exalt him most, who seeks to put to death all human love for mate or family. For he who cleaves impurity to love loves me. Unlike the saddest soul, who cannot scent perfume till crushed the flower, he robs it of its bloom. Love, like a goddess, moves in mystic splendor, and with a queenly voice bids all attend her. Obedient to love's compelling inspiration, man dreams, designs, and builds some new creation. From love comes sculpture and the painter's art. The poet weaves a phrase that moves the heart. For love the soldier bears his breast in strife. To love in blood he dedicates his life. Through love of God the martyr braves the pyre, and proves his will imperishable by fire. Reject the claim that earthly love is sin, and that aesthetics only enter in celestial gates. Each birth is virgin birth, each has come immaculate to earth. Be not deceived by those who seek to prove that virtue lies alone in flight from love. Retreat from life to cave from hermitage does not convert a man to saint or sage. The solitude in which thy God is shown is in the mind, and in the mind alone. Yet love gives proof of something higher still than sense delight, beyond the human will. The Scribe. The Fairer softly entered bliss. With face upturned, he felt the cosmic kiss. Time passed upon the earth, but unaware, the Fairer knew it not. Still waiting there, the Presence stood, and then at length he spoke. The Presence. The deepest cave will yield their secrets to the soul who bears the torch of love, for love identifies it with the me. One thing alone can heal the wounds of sorrow, to know the heart that beats through all creation. that the love that sees all others in relation. Love's essence lies in its own givingness, and naught is whole without this blessedness. The healing balm is love and not the mind, to soothe earth's heartaches, for love alone can bind a fairer soul back to the source again. For love is union, and all the sons of men who wander like the prodigal afar, through love return to where the blessed are. The Fairer. But hearts estranged by sense of guilt, how can love reunite, give peace again to man? If it is true, as true it seems to be, that guilt divides the heart, rejects the me, how can the wanderer make a safe return when all the fires of guilt within him burn? The Presence. God gave himself when he gave life to all, and givingness itself must answer to the call of need. And givingness, to be complete, includes forgivingness. Who at the feet of love shall fall, with love concurring, shall find his circuits clear and without erring. This all the great and the good and wise have known. He who forgives shall have forgiveness shown. Clear thou thy heart from grudge against another. Act towards thy foe as if he were thy brother. For curse or blessing ever is reflected in equal kind to that which is projected. Look long and earnestly upon each man until you pierce the outer shell and can behold in him the hidden soul and see how like he is to God. Seek for the me. Exalt the soul of man, although no trace of God appears today upon his face. Hold reverence for that innate in him which doth relate him to the seraphim. Go to the street and watch the children play in innocence. The self you see today will not be lost, though some may take the path that breaks the law and suffer from its wrath. Each child is born immaculate on earth, nor need await some mystic second birth. See in that child the offspring of your heart, and like your own, let him be the counterpart. For love grows rich the more it is expressed, and love for one can never rob the rest. They are all children of the cosmic whole, and you the foster parent to the soul. A man love-filled is God-fulfilled, the dream of love divine. When love flows like a stream into the hearts of men, it wider grows. A cosmic spring expands as it flows. And at your work, or when you kneel and pray, the more you give, the more you take away. The Fairer. Oh, let such love be mine, that all I see shall but confirm thy presence in me. The Presence. Through eyes of love, the world is born again, as at creative dawn God had a dream and brought it forth in form. He still remains within the form, his presence everywhere. His beauty rises with the sun at dawn. His glory lingers on horizons dim. His peace is the desert and the stars, his majesty within the smallest things. The Fairer. The wind has spoken to the sea, it speaks to the waves also, and every grain of sand upon the shore is dancing to its tune, and each grain shares alike the ever-present sun. The Presence. Most true. He is in all, for he is all. It is through love his presence is revealed. Breathe deep the fragrance of that love, a love that heals the broken heart and will renew the flesh of him who has awakened to his presence. Love is spirit's alchemy, and love transmutes the less into the more, proclaiming heaven here upon the earth. Love frees us from the past. Eternity is not the slave of time. Awakened man stands free from ancient cause, and he can change the sequency of its effect. By virtue of the streams of love and truth that pour the clean, fresh waters of today into the muddied karmic stream, and so create a new, clean life that lies ahead. The Farer. I have been told that man is victim of the law of cause and its effect, and that we shall tomorrow still be slave to what our past has been. The Presence. New thoughts, new love, new faith can make the future clean, so clean that you will all but think the law of sequences is lost, yet the effect is measured by new cause. The Scribe. The Farer was bemused by doubt because he had accepted karmic law until he was imprisoned by the self-closed door. The Farer. Though you affirm that love transcends the law to bring new cause to bear on old effects, is it not true that law is thus reversed? The Presence. The seeds of love implanted on the earth contain their counterpart in realms above. They are flowering there, and even now the fruit is setting on the heavenly tree. The substance of the heaven yet to be is love. And in this love, man shares with God. The love is fruit of union of two hearts. The heart of God and the heart of man, and man shares equally with God in bringing forth the stuff essential to this paradise. The Farer. What more is there? Pray, I would do all. The Presence. There is a blindness deep within these eyes, which often look, but looking do not see. Teach men to see what inner sight reveals. He knows things best who seeing also feels. Though born with eyes and with the gift of sight, man walks the earth all unaware of light and beauty, or the loveliness that could be heard if he gave an ear and understood. Is it enough to classify a tree or to portray biotic energy as force within the acorn or the seed? What causes growth, yet fail to give due heed? That growth itself is fourth dimensional. If rightly taught, the merest child can see that mind and soul are hidden in the tree. I do agree, where life is, there is mind. Where mind is, there is soul. Where soul is, there is God, with arms outstretched to welcome me. He paints the blush upon the rose, and from his brush the color flows. That rainbow shows when cloud and sun are all aglow and day is done. At such an hour I often see, whereupon storm clouds lower. He speaks to me. The Presence. He comes in beauty and he comes in storm, but in them both the presence is revealed to him who is attuned, and he who loves will hear the voice of love. It is through love that God reveals himself, but each attracts from nature only that to which he is in pitch, as one harp string will echo to another harp in tune with that same key. The Farer. I would let him be the harp or string that I may be his instrument, and let the key be love. The Presence. The lover knows what the beloved feels. Love overflows. The banks, like singing waters, caroling a hymn. No sweeter song is sung by seraphim. The power of God sustains in harmony those who through love have found their unity. Too oft in fear, man looks at God as force, with whom there is no mode of intercourse. Yet all the time this perfect love stands by, with outstretched hand behind the darkest sky. Someday the clouds of fear and doubt will lift, and you will see God's face there in the rift. The gift of love is freedom under law. God knows no pain because he breaks no law, in harmony with love. But giving man the power of choice, he sets him free to keep or break the law of harmony. The Wayfarer. This you have taught, and now at length I know that while the cosmic love will never let man go, it leaves him free to seek or spurn the clod and grow a soul until he acts as God, the presence. There is no knowledge that reaches higher ground or goes beyond this wisdom you have found. That love is keeper of the law, and he who lives in love will live in unity with law. He who obeys the law is freed from pain and failure, loneliness and need. What I have said to you, I say to all. Love waits for you and answers when you call, not by a miracle, nor by some ruse, through which some lofty seer sets up a truce, or mediates between the souls who sin and God to break the law and let them in. Nay, not by some disruption, nor by some flaw, through which the soul escapes by breaking law, but by keeping of the law to prove that he is free who serves the law of love, saved from commission of the act or thought for which a pardon otherwise were sought. The scribe. The Wayfarer pondered deeply on these words as though he measured them against his own, and then he spoke. The Wayfarer. I do confirm your words, and I, like you, would be a voice to say, O you who have been bound, as I have been, in bonds of superstition and of doubt, I cry to you. Ye bear false witness to the power of that which non-existent is. Ye have but made a law of accident and chance, of fallen man and angry gods, who send off offending souls to purgatory, or buy them back again. How strange the story. The presence. The God whom I proclaim is not such God, but being absolute, from whom outflows a ceaseless stream of wisdom bathed in love. For being is both essence and a state of consciousness or mind in action, which at all times has harmony within itself, and cannot know the feeling of revenge. For sin, because it knows no sin, for sin is but a name for states of consciousness of those who fail to harmonize with law. The river will not make you drink, though you should die of thirst. It does not leap the banks to lap the parching fields, nor force the roots to drink, yet rushes joyously to fill the channel or the reservoir when once the gate swings wide to let it give itself. The gate to God is love in prayer sincere. The sweetness and the joy of love is all, but pain so high the ecstasy of him whose soul is ravished by the awakened love. Say not, I search, how can I enter in? I know no way to free myself from sin. From what you seek, you are so swiftly fleeing. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's try that again. Say not, I search, how can I enter in? I know no way to free myself from sin. From what you seek, you are so swiftly fleeing. When deep within, you are already being. No more of being can there ever be than that which is this moment in the me. From this deduce the truth no one else can view, or state the terms by which love comes to you. Nor can he give the verdict no or yes for entrance into cosmic consciousness. And love alone reveals such unity, and soul by soul it awakens in the me. Most wisely do you speak, and wise the soul who heeds, for consciousness of God alone provides a way for mind to unify and synthesize all fields of knowledge in a comprehensive whole, where opposites converge to form a perfect round, and where all faiths will be dissolved into a flux of direct knowing. Frictions disappear where harmony is found, and love is key. No one can doubt that in the oversoul, no conflicts can exist between the fields of knowledge, nor the laws of things or thoughts, or of religious faiths. The truths in each are true in all, and in the cosmic mind, untruth cannot exist. The oversoul and the lesser self are one, and he in whom the union is complete must share with God in freedom from the conflicts that divide mankind and rend their hearts and lives. Once more I say to you, you need not wait for heaven waits for you, and it is now. Immortal life is here, and he who has through love found life within the me resolves all doubts and solves life's mystery. The Wayfarer. This I believe, who through the bitter years has rent apart because I saw in part, nor did I find in any of the paths that wind a single person knowing how to say, many are the ways of looking at truth. There is one only truth at which to look, and it remains the same from every point of view. So let us say that love reveals because it unifies. The presence. He has the gift of knowledge who has found its source within, himself enfolded in the me, and dwells therein embraced by cosmic love, who holds a steady rein upon his heart and mind, and brings himself to feel the presence of immortal love, until so filled that he will live in consciousness of him while still at work and in the midst of daily life. God waits to feel your hand in his, that he may give you strength and guidance in affairs, but most of all because of his own joy to know the oneness of your fellowship. He waits complete surrender of the self that melts in union, heart with heart as one, for essence of each is essence of all. Just as the rose divides its heart to spread its sweetness in the air, yet still remains the rose, so does the cosmic lover give himself in love to his creation with but one desire, that it be channeled back to him through other hearts to whom it has been passed. For love is giving of the one self to another in endless circling. Love is a sea of cosmic consciousness, upon whose surface ride the swaying waves. And as each breaks in foam, it takes the form of woman or of man, whose streaming hair flows backwards in the sea, whose eyes look out to other eyes across a narrow space, whose voice cries out in liquid melody, I love you and I long for your embrace. The Wayfarer. How sweet the thought that human love is one with cosmic love, and that beneath each wave, the boundless ocean of eternal life is the eternal bloom, or is the eternal bosom for mankind. The presence. When men have fully waked to unity, and each to each is linked in conscious love, then will a new and different race of men appear, and some there who, like yourself, are on the planet now, who have survived the concepts of a dying age, in which all things were based upon or measured by material force and dualistic thought, a universe mechanical, with man a captive, slave to instinct, and the laws evolved therefrom to regulate the race by stubborn taboos in morals and in faith. The Farer. How will the new age then replace the old? By what shall it be known? The Presence. Look to the me, for in the me the world is born again. A sense of spaceless space and timeless time, the measurement of things by a new scale, a direct knowing, cosmic consciousness, a world alive, a breathing universe. Soul knowledge, which transcends the intellect and codifies its own morality and proves its faith by living, not by laws, which sets its compass by soul star light and not by charts of ancient mariners. The Farer. The Son of Man shall then find place where he may lay his head. The Presence. It is through love that revelation comes, for love bears witness to itself, nor does the lover need a proof he is in love, and love cannot exclude. It spreads beyond the one beloved, encircling all within its reach. Its never-ending ripples run to timeless shores, embracing all and by the all embraced. For where love is, God is. The Farer. It was through love I understood. Through love and thee I have been reconciled with life, and all its seeming contradictions have been harmonized. Henceforth, when doubts assail, I will within the crucible of love dissolve them all, and welcome each demand on faith, however stern, for thus I grow, through trials met and overcome by love, into the likeness of the love divine. The Presence. Then you are near the hour of revelation, when you shall find that you are unified with all yourselves into the total me. The Farer. I give thee thanks, O friend and more than friend, that I have found my over self the end and final consummation of my quest. It was from thee, O friend so wise, so good, I find the way of love and understood. My love for thee is like a fountain spring, remaining full through lavening everything. In every farer who shall pass my door, I shall see thee and know we met before. He shall in me find shelter, warmth, and light, though my heart crave for thee throughout the night. I yearn for thee, and on the altar stair I long to place some priceless work of art. But I can only offer thee myself, and give thee all the love within my heart. Oh, that myself would grow! How dark the day would dawn, how black the night, if I should lose thee, presence from my sight. Yet should thou vanish from the inner eye, I would still feel thee somehow standing nigh. The Presence. Love is expansion of the self, and he who centers thought and heart upon the me becomes aware of cosmic unity. Man is to God what moon is to the earth, what earth is to the sun, and in the birth and growth of love the secret force is found, by which the soul to over soul is bound. Nor earth nor man upon the void is tossed, to whirl in space, and in the vastness lost. But bound by ties invisible to sense. Both are sustained by love's omnipotence, sense omnipotence. Take time to know, take time to care, and feel the relaxed power of the eternal real, whose unstrained strength is like that of steel. Your body holds the cosmic force and fire with which God molded earth to his desire, and in your heart the motivating force which holds the spheres in mystic intercourse. Look not to distant times and far-flung spaces to find fulfillment in heavenly embraces, nor to some age unwisdom has projected, wherein the soul must still be resurrected. But look to now for love's fulfilled reward, and find in love your master and your Lord. The Scribe. The theme of love was music to inspire the farer's heart. He seemed himself a lyre, whose singing strings the leitmotif begin, the key of life God used to fashion man. To this refrain, love acted troubadour, and he was lost in ecstasy once more. His soul enraptured and still serene with peace, like that high world where earthly strivings cease, and knowledge, love, and beauty blend in happiness and union without end. He seemed to pass beyond the bounds of this soul-searing world into a world of bliss, an ever-circling river in whose tide the past and the present pour and there abide, where all the opposites of a world of space unite, nor conflicts find a dwelling place, but each absorbed in each and each in one, through love are merged, and life in heaven begun. And so ends book 1. And if you haven't figured it out, it's all about love. We spent 10 chapters to figure out that it's all about love. And that's part of what the mystic experience is. It is that feeling of a love beyond. You know, we talk about unconditional love, and yet all of the love in the material plane is conditional. Yet when you have that mystical experience, that's unconditional love. And there's no way to describe it. There's no way to describe it. All we can do is kind of nibble around the edges of it. So I encourage you to go and have that mystic experience. And there's lots of ways to do it. And sunrise and sunsets are in full moons. You know, they're just anywhere that you find that overwhelming beauty and can sit in the quiet and connect within, you have a chance at a mystic experience. Whew, okay. All right. Well, that is book 1 of The Voice Celestial. We will start book 2 tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, enjoy the cooler weather day, a do what you got to do day, a tell somebody you love them day, a look in your eyes and tell yourself you love yourself day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a drink plenty of water day, a you got this day, a take a break day, a take care of yourself day, a you know what to do day, a read something interesting day, a listen to some good music day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time at your own pace, a brilliant light and a divine spark, And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right, beloveds. Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. It's all the divine knows. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around 9:15 tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you